Hello, friends. Welcome you all Sanjay Global Voices. I am your host, Dr. Sanjay Kumar, and I am thrilled to embark this journey with you guys. As you know, that Sanjay Global Voices is a platform for individuals to share their unique experiences and promoting empathy and global awareness. Together, let's build the bridges of understanding and with one voice at a time. Sanjay Global Forum is dedicated to connecting culture and sharing diverse narratives around the globe. Now, today we have an amazing, inspiring personality and inspiring human being. More than she is a wonder lady, she is none other than Professor Dr. from Serbia, Jelena Bošković. Let's welcome her.
Thank,
Welcome, ma'am.
thank you very much. Respected Dr. Sanjay Kumar Bhatta, ladies and gentlemen, I call special thanks for invitation Sanjay Global Voice, a platform for individual to share their unique experience promoting empathy and global awareness. Podcasts aim to bridge culture gaps by bringing listen inspiring stories from various communities. Dr. Sanya Kimal Bahar to
Yeah.
be guide speaker, and I extend my warm regards to organizer of this important interview in podcast. Congratulations, Dr. Kumar, for launching this new podcast that will support knowledge, humanity, intercultural cooperation, etc. in the coming period. Topic today for
Th-
podcast
First of, first of all,
interesting.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's my honor, and I'm very much grateful to you for sharing your opinion with us, for giving your valuable time to me, to my audience. I'm very much grateful. So now stage is yours.
Yes, yes, thank you very much for me. A topic for today podcast definition and difference between human and artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence and human intelligence are inevitably compared. This confrontation is intrinsic to the history of artificial intelligence. Same approach are inspired by human cognition, while other are completely independent from it. The imprecise and conventional definition of intelligence make this comparison valuable. Consensus remain on the main elements, and AI seems to lack in order to imitate human intelligence. The question of completion in a factorized ethical issue about the use, purpose, and regulation of artificial intelligence. In this important to now, truth is extraordinary instrument for generating energy. Intelligence is not much use unless you are intelligent enough to know how to use it. Intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. An intelligent mind is that constantly learn and never concluding. An intelligent mind is mind that question, observe, learns, studies. Artificial intelligence, abbreviation AI, is essentially the simulation of human intelligence. Today's AI can only simulate, replace, extend, or expand part of human intelligence. In the future, the research, then development of cutting-edge technologies such as brain-computer interface (BCI), together with the development of the human brain, will eventually usher in a strong AI era when artificial intelligence can simulate and replace humans' imagination, emotion, intuition, potential, tacit knowledge, and other kinds of personalized intelligence. Breakthrough in algorithm represent by cognitive computing promote the continuous penetration of artificial intelligence into fields such as education, commerce, and medical treatment to build up AI service space. It is human concern, normally, who controls what between humankind and intelligent machines. The answer is that AI value rationally of following ethics. While artificial intelligence includes technology that let computers mimic cognitive processes such as learning and problem solving, human intelligence is a collection of common mental traits such as creativity, perception, and memory. What is neurobiological basis of human intelligence? The adult human brain contains about 100 billion neurons plus about 8 billion more and about 100 billion more of these non-neuron cells is complex material. As human, we have a unique ability to be creative and generate new ideas that can impact the world around us. Artificial intelligence is a technology that has been developed to platform task that would otherwise require human intelligence such as problem-solving, language skills, and decision-making. For the topic, we will be discussing understanding artificial intelligence and human creativity. Our intelligence is very important in order to determine who will win. Namely, artificial intelligence really on algorithm and input data to operate and make decisions, while human creativity is influenced by various factors such as emotion, experience, and imagination. And despite the fact that artificial intelligence has shown enormous potential in various industries, such as healthcare, finance, and manufacture, there are certain limitations to what it can do. For example, AI, like the emotional intelligence that human possesses, which can help in decision-making processes that require empathy or intuition. Furthermore, AI like the ability to experience emotion or personal connections, which are often the driver of creativity. On the other hand, human creativity can be limited by time and available resources. Individuals may be limited by their current knowledge and experience, as well as external influences such as social or economic factors. However, humans have the ability to think outside the box and generate ideas based on intuition and personal experience, which can lead to innovation and progress. To finally understanding and compare to compatible of AI and human creativity, it is important to acknowledge their differences and unique contribution. By collaborating and combining the strengths of both, we can achieve even greater progress in different fields. The brains, our brains, of some people seem to more efficient than those of others. Understanding the biological function of these differences of great interest to basic and apply neuroscience. Somehow, the secret must lie in the cell in our brain with which we think. However, at the present research into the neurobiology of intelligence is divided between two main strategies. Brain imaging studies investigate microscopic brain structure and functions to identify brain areas involved in intelligence, while genetic association study aim to point genes and genetic losses associated with intelligence. Nothing is known about how properties of brain cell related to intelligence. The emergence of transcriptic and cellular neuroscience of intelligence might, however, provide a third strategy and bridge to the gap between identifying genes for intelligence and brain function and structure. Here, I discuss the last development in the search for biological basis of intelligence, in particular, the recent available in very large cohort with hundreds of thousands of individuals have propelled existing development in the genetic of intelligence. Future more discuss. Finally, I highlight how specific genes that have been identified generate cellular property associated with intelligence that have been identified generated cellular property associated with intelligence and may ultimately explain structure and function of the brain areas involved. Thirdly, the road is pivot for cellular understanding of intelligence, which will provide a conceptual scaffold for understanding. Brain imaging has provided the basis for research on neurobiology of intelligence by pointing out important functional and structural gross automatic decision implied in intelligence overall gray matter, volume and thickness, right matter integrity and function in temporal, frontal and parietal cortex. However, it's clear that neuroimaging in the present form is unable to provide temporal and spatial resolution sufficient to study the computational building block of the brain neuron on synaptic connect. On the other hand, GWAS genome-wide association studies help scientists identify genes associated with particular diseases and other match traits. This method study the underset of DNA, the genome of large group of people searching for small variation called single nucleotide polymorphism or CNAP. Studies have focused on the other extreme of the spectrum, the gene of intelligence. quantitative objective. Large progress was made by increasing sample size and combining multiple cohorts. The results show that 1908 the associated genetics variants are not coded into functional protein and probably have a regulatory function at different stage of natural development. However, the small percentage of genes that do produce functional synaptic function and plasticity, cell interaction, and energy metabolism. Importantly, grown database of gene expression profile has pointed the expression of associated gene to principal neurons of cortex and midbrain, pyramidal and medium spiny neurons. Cellular neuroscience in resected human brain tissue can offer a new perspective. Interesting initial results have already linked pyramidal cell function and structure to human intelligence by revealing positive correlation between dendritic size, action, potential speed, and IQ. However, many questions still remain unanswered. What type of neuron are implicated in human intelligence? A recent advance in gene profiling of neurons with single-cell resolution indicate that are around 15 transcriptic cell type or pyramidal cell in mice, and different areas of the brain contain yet new set of transcriptic type. The information contained on the transcriptome, like the type of their region, specific long-range target specificity. The same can be said about the slightly medium spiny neurons, where the detailed connective projection map from the anterocerebral cortex allow to identify 29 distinct functional domains. These both pyramidal and medium spiny neurons from very heterogeneous populations with different cell type, having different function and their specific connective pattern with the rest of the brain. General artificial intelligence at the human level. As artificial intelligence one the most debated subject of today, and there seems little common understanding concerning the difference and the similarity of human intelligence and artificial intelligence. Discussion on many relevant topics, such as truthworthiness, explainability, and ethics, are characterized by implicit anthropogenic and anthropomorphogenic conception, and for instance, the pursuit of human-like intelligence, the golden standard for artificial intelligence. Important gold standard. In order to provide more agreement and sustain possible future research objective, this discussion my lecture present three notation in the similarity and difference between human and artificial intelligence. 1. The fundamental construct of human and artificial intelligence. Two, human intelligence as one of many possible forms of general intelligence. And three, the high potential impact of multiple integrated form of narrow hybrid artificial intelligence application. For the time being, AI system will have fundamentally different cognitive quality and ability than biological systems. For this reason, a most prominent issue is how we can use and collaborate with this system as effectively as possible. For what task and under what conditions decisions are safe to leave to AI, and when is human judgment required? How can we capitalize on the specific strength on human and artificial intelligence? How to deploy AI system efficiently to complement and compensate for inherent constraints of human cognition and vice versa? Should we pursue the development of AI partners with human level intelligence, or should we focus more at supplementing human limitations? In order to answer this question, human working with AI system in the workplace or in policy making have to develop an adequate mental model of the underlying psychological mechanism of AI. So, in order to obtain well-functioning human AI systems intelligence, awareness in humans should be addressed more vigorously. For this purpose, a phased framework for education content is proposed. A recent advance information technology and in AI, many allow for more coordination and integration between of humans and technology. Far, quite some attention has been development to the development of human aware AI, which aim at AI that adapt as a team member to the cognitive possibility and limitation of the human team members. Also, metaphor, like-mate partner, after go, intelligent collaborator, body and mutual understanding, emphasize high degree of collaboration, similarity, and equality in hybrid teams. When human aware AI partners operate like human collaborators, they must be able to sense, understand, and react to a wide range of complex human behavioral quality like attention, motivation, emotion, creativity, planning, or argumentation. Therefore, these A partners or team mates have to involve with human-like or humanoid cognitive ability, enable mutual understanding and collaboration, human awareness. However, no matter how intelligence and autonomous AI agents become in certain respect at last for the foreseeable future, they probably will remain unconscious machines or special purpose device that support human in specific complex tasks. As digital machines, they are equipped with a complexly different operation system, digital versus biological, and with correspondingly different cognitive quality and ability than biological creator, like human and other animals in general. Digital reasoning and problem-solving agents only compare very superficially to their biological counterpart. Keeping that in mind, it becomes more and more important that human professionals working with advanced AI systems, a key in military or policy-making teams, development a proper mental model about the different cognitive capacity of AI system in relation to human cognition. This lecture will become increasingly relevant when AI systems become more advanced and are deployed with high degree of autonomy. Therefore, the present lecture tries to provide some more clearly and insight into fundamental characteristics, difference, and idiosyncrasies of human, biological, and artificial digital intelligence. In the final lecture, a global framework for construction, educational content of this intelligence evidence is introduced. This can be used for development of education and training progress for humans who have to use collaborate with advanced AI system in the near and the future. With application of AI system with increasing autonomy more and more researchers consider the necessary of vigorously addressing the real complex issue of human level intelligence and more broadly artificial general intelligence or AGI. Many different definitions AGI have already been proposed. Many of them boil down to technology contained or entitled human-like intelligence. This problematic, most definitions use the term intelligence as an essential element, add to the definition itself, which make a definition tautological. Second, the idea that AGI should be human-like seems unwarranted. At last, in nature and environment, there are many other forms and manifestations of highly complex and intelligent behavior that are very different from specific human cognitive abilities. Finally, like what is also frequently seen in the field of biology, these AGI definitions use human intelligence is a central basis or analogy for reasoning about the less familiar phenomenon of AGI because of the many differences between underlying substrate and agriculture and biological and artificial intelligence. This anthropogenic way of reasoning is probably unevolved. For this reason, we purpose a non-anthropocentric definition of intelligence is the capacity to realize complex very goals. These goals may pattern to narrow, restricted task, narrow AI, or the broad task domain, AIG. Building of this definition and definition AG proposed by authors Baker et al. And One Grant define AG here is non-biological capacity to autonomously and efficiently achieve complex goals in a wide range of environment. AIE systems should be able to identify and extract most important factor for their operation and learning process automatically and efficiently over a broad range of tasks and contain relevant relevant AGI research differs from the ordinary AI research by addressing the versatility and boldness of intelligence and by creating and engineering practice according to a system compatible to be human mind in certain sense. It will be facing to create copy of ourselves which can learn irrelevantly by interactions with partner and thus become able to collaborate on basis of common goals and mutual understanding and adoptions. This would be very useful, for example, when a high degree of social intelligence of AI will contribute to more adequate interaction with human, for example, in healthcare for environment purpose, through collaboration on basis of common goals of mutual understanding necessarily implies some form of humanoid general intelligence. For the time being, this remain of God on, of fair, of horizon. In the present lecture, we agree why most application it also may not very practical or necessary and probably it by misleading to vigorously aim or anticipate on system processing human-like AGI or human-like ability or quality. The fact that humans possess general intelligence does not imply that new inorganic forms of general intelligence should comply the criteria of human intelligence. In these connections, the present lecture address we will think about natural and artificial intelligence address the way we think about intelligence in relation to most probably potential and real oncoming issue of AI in the short and mid-term future. This will provide food for truth in anticipation on the future that is difficult to predict for quite dynamic as AI. Question, very, very important for human population. What is real intelligence? Implicit in our aspiration on constructing AGI systems possessing humanoid intelligence is the premise that human general intelligence is the real form intelligence. This even already implicitly articulated in the term artificial intelligence is as if it were not entirely real AI, real like non-artificial biological intelligence. Indeed, as human, we now ourselves as the entity with the highest intelligence over observe in the all universe. And as an extension of this, we like to see ourselves a rational being, how are able to solve a wide range of complex problems under all kinds of circumstances using our experience and intuition, supplementing by the rules of logic, decision analysis, and statistics. It is therefore not surprising that we have some difficulty to accept the idea that we might be a bit less smart than we keep on telling ourselves AI the next insult for humanity. This goes as far that the rapid progress in the field of AR is accompanied by recurring redefinition of what should be considered real general intelligence, the capitalization of intelligence. That is, the ability to autonomously and efficiently achieve complex goals is then constantly adjustment and future restricted to those things that only human can do. In line with this, AI is then defined as the study of how to make computer to think each a moment people are better. This included thinking of creative solution, flexibility, using conceptual and background information, that use of intuition and feeding the ability to really think, understanding, or the inclusion of emotion in ethical consideration. This and cited specific element, real intelligence, is with regard cognitive task. We are probability less smart. We are think so should we vigorously focus on human-like AGI. Or probability not so smart as we think. How intelligent are we actually? The answer to that question is determined to large extent by the perspective from which this issue is viewed, and thus the measure and criteria for intelligence best chosen. For example, we could compare the nature and capacity of human intelligence and other animal species. In that case, we appear highly intelligent. Thanks our enormous learning capacity, we have by far the most extensive arsenal of cognitive abilities to autonomously solve complex problems and arithmetic, conceptual, spatial, economic, social organization, political, and etc. problems. The primates which differ only slightly from use in genetic term, are far behind, and that respect we can prefer legitimately quality human as compared and other animal species that we know highly intelligent, limited cognitive capacity. However, we can also look behind this relative interspecies perspective and try to quality our intelligence in more absolute term, EI using a scale ranging from 0 to what is physically possible. For example, we could view the computational capacity of human brain as a physical system. The privileging national in the respect among AI scientists is that intelligence is ultimately a matter of information and computation and thus not flesh and blood and carbon atoms. In principle, there is no physical law preventing the physical system consisting a quark and atom like our brain can build with much greater computing power and intelligence than the human brain. Our intelligence is therefore relatively high compared to other animals, but in absolute terms, it may be very limited in physical computing capacity, about only the limited size of our brain and its maximal possible number of neuron and glia cells. The future define access our one biological intelligence. We can also discuss the evolution and nature of our biological thinking ability. As a biological neural network of flesh and blood necessary for survival, our brain has undergone an evolutionary optimization process of more than 1 billion years. In this extended period is development into highly effective and efficient systems for regulating essential biological functions and performing perspective, motor, and pattern essential biological function, fighting and mating. Almost during our entire evolution, the natural network of our brain have been future optimized for this basic biological and perceptual motor process and also live at the basis of our daily practical skills. Is very important in this lecture. Integrated cognitive basis. Our limited processing capacity for cognitive task is not only factor determining our cognitive intelligence, except for an overall limited processing capacity, human cognitive information processing show systematic distraction. These are manifest in many cognitive bases. Cognitive bases are systematic universally occurring tendency inclination or disposition, that scale or distort information process in ways in make their outcome in carried suboptimal or simplifying. Many bases occur in virtually the same way in many different decision situations. The literature provided description and demonstration of over 200 biases. These tendencies are allegedly implicit and unconscious and feel quite naturally and self-evident when we are aware of this cognitive inclination. That's why they often term it intuitive or irrational. Basic reason can result in quite acceptable outcome nature on everyday situation. However, people often divide from rationality under or the tense of logic, calculation, and probability in the indivisible ways leading to suboptimal decision in terms of invested time and effort, cost, given the available information and accepted benefits. General intelligence is not same as human-like intelligence. Fundamental difference between biological and artificial intelligence. We often think and deliberate about intelligence with an anthropogenic conception of our own intelligence and in mind as an obvious and unambiguous reference. We tend use the conception as a bias for reason about other less familiar phenomena of intelligence, such as other forms of biological and artificial intelligence. This may lead to fascinating questions and ideas. Example is the discussion about how and even the point of intelligence human level will be achieved. For instance, before reading superintelligence general, I'm sorry, artificial intelligence means that a machines will have the same cognitive compatibilities as human beings, so researchers deliberate extensively about the point in the time when we will reach general artificial intelligence. We suppose that this kind of much questions are not quite on target. There are, in principle, many different possible types of general intelligence, consecutive of which human-like intelligence just one of these. Basic structure, biological carbon intelligence is based on neutral wetware, which is fundamental, different from artificial intelligence. As open biological wetware in silicon or digital system hardware and software are independent of each other. When a biological system are learning, artificial intelligence has learned certain skill and constantly algorithm can by directly copy to all other simpler digital system. Speed, signal for artificial intelligence system propagate almost with speed light. In human, the conduction velocity or nerve proceeds at speed most which extremely show the scale computer. Connectivity and communication. People cannot directly communication with each other. They communicate via language and gesture with limited bandwidth. This is solver and more difficult than communication of AI, system that can connect it directly each other. Thanks of this direct connection, they also collaborate basic of integral algorithm. Up to the adaptability and scalability, AI system almost non-constrained with regard to keep them up to date or the obstacle or and refigure them. They have right algorithms and data processing and storage capacity necessary for the task they have to carry out. This capacity for a period, structural expansion and immediate improvement hardly apply people. In contrast, biologically, these allot little organic brain are millions of times more efficient energy consumption than computers. Complexity and Moravec paradox is interesting artificial intelligence and human intelligence. Human superior perceptual motor intelligence. Moravec's paradox implies the biological neutral network are intelligent in different ways. What was the artificial neutral network? Intelligence is not limited to the problems or goal that we as humans equipped with biological intelligence find difficult. Intelligence defines ability to arise this complex goal and solve complex problem is much more that. The supposition of human-like AGI. So, is there we exist AI system with general intelligence that can be used for a wide range of complex and objective this AIG machine would probably have a complexity different intelligence profile, including cognitive quality than human have. Is general people are better suited than AI system for much broader spectrum of cognitive and social tasks under a wide variety of circumstances and events. Explainability and truth. Development in relation to artificial learning or deep learning in particular have been revolutionary. Deep learning simulated network recognition, the pursuit of AG should thus focus effective digital silicon AG conjunction and optimal configuration and location task learning neutral our brain. Implication of multiple narrow AI technology, AGI, is holy grail. AGI, like human general intelligence, would you have many obvious advantages compared with narrow AGI and AGI system would much more flexible and adaptive. On the basis of generic training and reasoning processes would understanding automatically how multiple problems in the kind of different domain. Multiple narrow AI is most relevant now. The potential high prospect of AGI, however, do not imply that AGI will be the most crucial factor in future AGI R and development, at least the short and mid term. by diversity intelligence. Much is future. Conclusion and framework. To present my lecture, focused in providing some more clearly and insight into fundamental characteristics, difference, and induce synergies for human and artificial intelligence. First, we presented ideas and argument to scale and differentiate our conception of intelligence, whether this may be human or artificial. Central to this broader, multifaceted conceptual of intelligence in the notion, the intelligence in itself is a matter of information and computation independent of its physical substrate. However, the nature of this physical substrate, biological carbon or digital silicon, will substantially determine its potential evolve of cognitive ability and limitations. Organic cognitive faculties of humans have been very recently developed during the evaluation and of making. The inline, the Moravec paradox, we around that intelligent behavior is more we have a Homo sapiens find difficult. In line with this, we have advocated a modest, more humble view our human general intelligence, which also implies the human level, AGI, should not consider as the golden standard of intelligence to be pursued foremost priority, because the many fundamental differences between natural and AI, human-like, AGI, will be very difficult to accomplish in the first place. Limited in case an AGI will be accomplished in the far future, will therefore probably have a completely different profile of cognitive capacity and ability than we as humans have. When such an AGE has come so far that is able to collaborate like a human, it will at the same time be likely that can in many respects already function at highly superior level relative to what we are able to. For the time being, however, it will not very realistic and accessible to aim at AGI to include the broad most possibility. AI application for the short and midterm future will probably a multiple narrow AI system. Is that's okay? In my summary, no matter how intelligent autonomous AI agents become, in certain respect, at last for suitable future, they will remain a cognitive machine. Thank you very much for invitation. Very interesting podcast, Sanai voice. Thank you very much. Thank you. In the end, for human beings and society, many key ability, such as the ability to promote social and human progress, can only really on ourselves. Nice to meet you. Goodbye. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor, uh, for such a wonderful session. Thank you for your time, for explaining us about the importance and impactfulness of artificial intelligence in human life. Thank you for your valuable time, as you did a wonderful job. Uh, Now, from Sanjay's Global Voice, I would like to invite you to be part of our community, share your thoughts, suggest your topics, nominate the individuals whose stories you would like to hear. ठीक है, together, let's build the bridges of understanding, one voice at a time, unifying the world through the conversation. This is all for today. Stay happy, stay blessed. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you very much.